Do you know what Chess960 is? Maybe you've heard of it, or maybe you've seen it before on chess.com, and you might have even played it, but it seemed weird. And you didn't know the rules, and it just didn't work out. In this video, we will go over the rules, like, can you castle? Can you castle with either rook, and how can you castle with either rook? We'll answer existential questions like, why is it even called Chess960? Does everyone play Chess960, and am I missing out on something? Yes, you are, by the way. We'll also hear from the creator of the game himself, world chess champion Bobby Fischer. All that and more coming up in this episode of FischerRandom. What up, though? My name is Jared. Welcome to the Jared Show Chess Variants. In this episode, we are looking at something called FischerRandom, otherwise known as Chess960. Whether you love him, hate him, or just think he's crazy, world chess champion Bobby Fischer created a game of chess designed to eliminate openings. Maybe you're new to chess, or maybe you've played it for years. Either way, Chess960 seems like an interesting game. So let's get into it. First off, I'd like to let the creator of the game himself explain the rules in his own words.
FischerRandom is a version of chess that I developed or invented, you could say, where you shuffle the back row of the pieces, not the pawns. The pawns stay the same on the second rank, right? Of each player, right? You shuffle the back row of the pieces, and each side has the identical shuffle, so that everything is symmetrical, just like in the old chess. And there are just a couple of rules. One rook has to be to the left of the king, one rook has to be to the right of the king, one bishop has to be on a light-colored square, and one on a dark-colored square. See? For each side. When you castle, we don't say you're castling king side or queen side. We use algebraic notation. We say you're castling A side or H side. Now, when you castle H side, that's like short castling, right? When you castle A side, that's like long castling. Now, it doesn't matter where the king and the rook start out. After you castle into the standard castling position. It's very simple. You can learn the rules in about 2 minutes.
So there you have it. Easy, right? But what about castling? And just how do you castle playing on, let's say, chess.com? The easiest way is just to drag your king past your rook in either direction. Sometimes it is necessary to drag your king all the way to either the A side or the H side. So it's not that bad, right? That's a pretty simple explanation. But lastly, here are a few things to remember when castling in Chess960. In some starting positions, squares can remain occupied during castling that would usually be required to be vacant under classical chess rules. For example, castling A side here is still possible even though the rook is already on A1. It just looks weird. Anyway, so now that we've gotten a bit more familiar with Chess960, I think we're friendly enough to ask the question, bro, where did you get your name from? I mean, really, what does Chess960 even mean? Well, once upon a time...
Stop it!
Nah, seriously though, it's really pretty simple. It goes like this. In 1996, former world chess champion Bobby Fischer announced in Buenos Aires, Argentina, a new variant of chess that became known as FischerRandom chess. Fischer's proposal was itself a variant of shuffle chess, which was played in the 18th century, but it had some additional rules and restrictions. The bishops must be placed on opposite colored squares, and the king must be placed on a square between the rooks. The name FischerRandom chess soon turned into FischerRandom and after it was introduced as a variant in the Mainz Chess Classic in 1999, the organizer of the event, Hans Walter Schmidt, loved the game but had some trouble with the name, as it didn't meet the requirements of the leading grandmasters, which were as follows. The name of the variant or the name of the game should not contain part of the name of any grandmaster. It should not include negatively biased or spongy elements, such as random or freestyle, and it should be universally understood. The effort culminated in the name choice 960, Chess960, derived from the number of different possible starting positions. So that's where you get the number 960 from. Fischer never publicly expressed an opinion on the name Chess960, although I sense that you would have liked it to be called FischerRandom after its creator. We'll get back to that in just a minute. And now that we've gone over the rules and seen some of the history behind it, maybe you're wondering, who plays it? Are there tournaments? Is there a world championship? Is it really that popular? Let's see what some of the top chess players in the world had to say about it. I think we're making theory or even making history because we're opening not even a new chapter, but basically a new book on the game of chess. That's why I think all players are excited, said former world champion Garry Kasparov. It's a game I really love, and I see it as the future of chess, says Super Grandmaster Levon Aronian. I think Chess960 is great as it is simply pure intuition and understanding without theory or computers, says Super Grandmaster Karu Nakamura. So I would have to say, obviously some people play it. But it's still an up-and-coming thing in the world of chess. To give a little context, the first Chess960 tournament was held in 1996 in Yugoslavia. The first championship was held in 2001 in Mainz, Germany, and each year thereafter until 2009. In 2010, the U.S. Chess Federation sponsored its first Chess960 tournament in Irvine, California. Took another couple of years into 2012, and 960 got picked back up again, this time by the British. They wanted to give it a go at the Mind Sports Olympiad. But it wasn't until 2018, the first edition of the European FischerRandom Cup held in Reykjavik, Iceland. And finally, in 2019, FIDE, the World Chess Federation, recognized FischerRandom. I think Bobby Fischer would probably be happy about that. Recognized FischerRandom and held the first World Cup in Norway, in which American Grandmaster Wesley So defeated current classical world chess champion Magnus Carlsen with a score of 13.5 to 2.5, respectively. So as you can see, although relatively new and up and coming, if you like chess and decide you want to be a world champion someday, maybe, just maybe, you can do it with Chess960, otherwise known as FischerRandom. And I think that's going to do it for this episode of Chess Variants. Stay tuned for the next episode where we get into the strategies used in Chess960 or FischerRandom. So maybe you can start your journey of being a FischerRandom world champ. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you, and if you haven't already jumped on that subscribe button faster than a queen blunder, please do so. I tell you what, hit that like button harder than the table after you got flagged in a winning position. You won't regret it. I shall see you next time, and as always, and in always, may God bless you. Thanks.